belongs to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Autobots, roll out! We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes. Autobots! Reap the whirlwind! One shall stand, one shall fall.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Thursday. Hey! Nice to see you all. Of course, we have our super special guest today.
Hi guys and girls.
Yes, true. Well, I say guys.
Yeah.
Universally, anyways.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's what I
it's
meant.
Gender neutral guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Inclusive guys.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm Josh, designer.
Did I say this was Simon Furman?
No.
I don't think you did.
No.
You said a very special guest
Just
who happens to be.
Just some guy who wandered in off the street.
Because I figured like, we just found this person outside. We figured, hey, come on in for.
I can talk about Transformers.
Yeah, why not? You know anything about like okay, I can do that. Yes, Simon Furman, comic writing legend. Simon Furman is here. He writes, of course, for our game, but way before that, he's been writing for years and years and years and years about Transformers and coming up with all the goodness. Tell them who you are.
I have written Transformers comics for 30-something years, and other than that, I write for TV animation. I'm writing another robot franchise called Robotech at the moment.
Oh, cool.
Am I allowed to say that? I just did.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, and I've written for Beast Wars and many other iterations of Transformers.
Aces.
And of course, Earth Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of
Yes,
course.
where we are delighted to have your writing every week.
Yeah.
It's true. Pretty special.
Enjoying it and very exciting stuff to come.
I know, always.
Prime Course today.
Exactly, yeah. Today we are indeed going to talk about Prime Cores. Simon is going to give us the backstory on the Primes, which is going to be awesome. I don't know who would be better to talk about that than Simon, so it's going to be great.
Yep.
And then, of course, we'll take a look at Prime Cores in-game. Josh is going to give you the lowdown on our first 3 Prime Cores that you can obtain in the game and what they do.
Yeah.
All that special stuff. We'll take you through this weekend's event called Power of the Primes.
Ooh, it needs an echo.
It
Power.
It does. It's good. You're getting ready for dialogue, right? That's practice.
Yeah.
Which we will also do, which we'll make Simon do as well. He'll be forced. I know he always hates it, but it's okay. Everybody kind of hates it. By everybody, I mean the people watching generally don't actually enjoy it.
We're not the best actors in the world.
No, quite bad. So we'll do that. We'll do some Q&A. I've seen some questions come in over Twitter for Simon, so we'll lob some of those his way. And of course, if you guys have questions for Simon throughout the stream, this is your chance. We rarely get to have him on, so I will keep a lookout for questions in the chats, and then we'll throw them to Simon. First off, shall we say hello to some people out there?
Yeah, let's say hello.
Say it.
Hello everyone. Hello, Stallion Forever Evil.
That is a good one.
Right,
Yeah.
Hello to Prime Time. Hello to J Yoda. Hello out there to Alvin CG. Hello to Dirty Spot in the house again. Dirty Spot.
Love it.
Let's see. Hello to Big Feller. Very southern name. Hey, Big Feller. Hello to Turbo Elvin and Scourge 1024. Hey. And the Green Bean 79. Eclipse 80. Unichronic 420. Okay.
Awesome.
Hello to Random Psionic and 100 hellos.
Hey.
Well,
We've got a lot of people being really excited over here. They're saying, yes, welcome, Mr. Furman. And also getting a lot of, well, that is just prime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could be my catchphrase.
Yeah, could be. Allspark Animation says, Simon Furman, hashtag ultimate nostalgia.
That means I'm past it, really.
I've also got Royce Phelps just saying, oh my god. So that's pretty good. And yeah, Howard also saying, that's just prime. Hello, do you want to say hi to some people over here?
Yeah, hi Allspark Animations. Hi Joe Hudson. Hi Terry Salazar. Hi to Howard Choi, Tom Sagi, Stephen Coleman, Gaza Prime, and many more. No doubt.
Many more. We've got a question from Stephen. Sup? Do you have kids?
Do I have kids? I don't. My wife has kids, and
there you go.
so I have surrogate kids.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Let's see. We've also got over here. We've got Clayton Willis. We've got Gino Coppola Rojas. You're getting a lot of hearts, Simon. These people love you. Rightly so. We've got Emery Nelson, James Lanning, Christian Cruz, Nick McCarty. We've got Nikhil Singh Bias, Robin Lee, Stay Cockney, James Bang.
Careful.
Not my stick. Aditya Agrawal. Hello. Gino Coppola Rojas. Did I say that right? I may have. I'm not sure. Terrell McFall, Robson Tamaoki, Glenn Burt, and lots of others.
Laserhorn 04 says, you're the best, Deb. You're the best.
We agree.
Shucks.
And I can't fail to say hello to Skywarp out there. So Skywarp joining us again.
Somewhere out there.
Yeah, I let everybody know that my first Transformer was Skywarp. Still a Skywarp fan.
Nothing not to love about Skywalker.
Fair enough.
Other than when he pushes you down the stairs. Loves to do.
Green Fiend 67 says, can you give us an origin story for Dinobot Slash? She's not in the game yet, but she should be.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yes, exactly.
You may yet get your wish.
Speaking of backstories, do you want to tell people a little bit about the Primes and who they are and who they were and their significance?
The power of the Primes goes into the sort of the backstory and great mythos of the Transformer race, and they are the sparks or life forces of the 13 original Primes. So in our story, I think you've seen the sort of little prologue we did last month. You know, they're breaking through into our dimension. Everybody wants them because they bring with them these amazing powers, and it very much plays into the whole Primus and Unicron and the big mythic backstory of Transformers. So big excitement for a whole year in Earth Wars. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah. We were talking a little bit earlier about the how the concept of the Primes came about, because it's been this whole evolving process over the years, right?
Yeah, I mean, we came up with, our origin for the Transformers in the comic book. There was one in the TV show, the cartoon series, but we sort of went our own way and introduced Primus, who's like the granddaddy of all Transformers, and Unicron was his opposite number, and they fought, and then we had the sort of the 13, the original Primes, which is what we're getting into now.
Can you name the 13 original Primes?
Oh, no, that's asking a lot.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah, no. I'm sure, we'll get around to all 13 at some point. But
you could say, you made it. You don't have to know it.
Yeah, sure.
But
do you have a favorite?
Ooh, I don't know. There's so many good ones, but I'm already starting to like the idea of Alchemist, isn't it? Alchemist Prime. It's very cool power. That's all I'm going to say. But that's a little month or so onwards.
Yeah, a little down the road.
Get a little nugget there.
Actually, all the names of the Primes are shown. Yeah. So with the when we release Prime Course coming out very, very soon, you see the collection, and the collection has all the names of each one in kind of somewhat maybe and order-ish.
Mm.
Can't promise that, but
Right.
yeah, a sort of a suggestion of an order.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll definitely see Alchemist in.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely. Here's a fun one from Peter BB on Twitter.
Okay.
He says, since Simon has asked for unsolvable questions, did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
I said to ask me questions I can't answer.
Okay, I love it. That's good.
So he just lets his great let-out clause.
Well, from a recent Chinese maths exam paper, if a ship had 26 sheep and 10 goats on board, how old is the ship's captain?
I already replied to this one.
But they don't know that.
But I'm not sure I can do the gag on our live stream. You'll have to go to my
You'll have
Twitter
to go
feed.
to Twitter to see what he answered. Yeah. Here's another one from Charles E.P. Murphy. Titan Magazine's alternate timeline movie Jazz was resurrected without any morality or conscience. How would that plotline have ended if the alternate timeline hadn't ended with number 25? Somebody clearly knows their stuff.
Wow, they do.
Yeah. You're like, what was number 25?
I'm already searching my memory bank for that one.
Amazing.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to really go back and look at the stuff. But again, I'll come back to you on Twitter.
Amazing. Let's see if there's any.
But it was
other-
good. I couldn't answer it.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys.
Result.
You guys have done well. Yeah. Result. We've got Florgy Steve naming us all the primes.
Yeah, there we go.
Well done. Well done.
But we like the Liege Maximo, don't we? That's
Yeah.
cool because that plays into a character I actually created in Generation 2.
Oh,
that
yeah.
name, yeah.
So Liege Maximo, when you originally created him, he really wasn't associated with the Prime idea
we
yet, right?
never really got to explore what he was. He turned up at the very end of our Generation 2 series, and we never really got the story of him, but he was certainly, something from the past of Transformers, so the name works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love the way it's sort of an organically evolving story. Like you introduce the character, and the character is so strong and so memorable that it stays around. And when the structure gets put together, it gets pulled on in.
Yeah, no, it's great that all these little threads that we didn't think would ever end up going anywhere necessarily are still here, and now they're part of the established mythos of Transformers.
Mhm.
So it's very cool.
Yeah.
Turbo Elvin is asking Simon, do you do other artwork than drawing?
Well, I don't draw at all. My artwork is utterly terrible, so that is why I'm a writer. But I would say that all comic book writers are pretty much frustrated artists. So that's it. I couldn't draw, but I did used to draw the cover roughs for the artists when we were working on the original British comic.
Yeah.
And they were so bad. And I wish I had still had some of them because they were so basic, stick figures. But no, can't draw.
Well, writing is an art too, Simon. Don't
There we
forget. By the way, Dirty Spot was saying to Skywarp, Josh would never forget about you. Him and Pablo are the best two new hires.
Oh.
How nice is that?
Thanks.
There's a lot of love out there today.
Yeah. And like in general, I do find that the TFEW community is just like great. You guys are just super positive and like encouraging and
I think people are really digging the game.
yeah, that makes it a lot of fun as well to bring new stuff out for the game and get your guys' feedback on it and create characters that you guys want and yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
Indeedy. Let's see. We've got Green Fiend saying, OMG, I love you, Simon.
Cool Fire has a fun question here, which is why do the Decepticons always get the idiots?
I don't know. I think the Autobots have got some idiots too, but no, I don't know. I suppose the dumb guys are the funny guys, but I think there's some on the Autobots as well.
Skywarp says, Josh, can you please fix your hood strings?
They're inbound. They're asymmetrical. Is this driving anyone crazy?
Apparently.
Right here.
It must
All
be,
right,
yeah.
all right.
It's probably one of those videos you can see online where they have of like a bunch of really frustrating things all in one video. It'll be like
we go perfect.
cutting
so-
things the wrong way, or
Yeah.
almost tipping something over, or, you know, and you're just like, your OCD just goes mad. Anyways. Cool. Shall we take a look at the prep course in the game?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Alright. Oh wait, sorry. We've got a couple, we'll get ready, but we got a couple more questions.
Okay.
Simon, this comes from Sean Dockham. If you were a Transformer, which faction would you be?
Well, I think I'd be. I don't know. That's a good question. I kind of probably would veer towards Dinobot. I think.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. You know, somewhere in the middle.
Me, Simon. Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's pretty much the level of my writing. So.
Makes sense. And Allspark Animation says, "Hey, Furman, can you say yes like Beast Wars Megatron?"
Yes.
Very nice.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the game so
All right.
we can take a look at some of the prime cores.
Yay, Prime Cores, they're here.
They are. So I've got 2 of them on there, and then one we can do the unlock in the space bridge.
Cool. I'm looking for my Power Core lab.
Top.
There
Got
it
it,
is.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so yes, let's enter the Power Core lab, and there we see
I love the spaceship.
it looks like a spaceship.
Looks
The
like a
disc.
UFO. Yeah, that's great.
The Prime Core's disc, it's got, you notice the symbols of the primes all the way around the disc. Yeah.
It's like hieroglyphs.
Yeah. Every prime has a specific symbol that's that corresponds with them, which is we worked with Hasbro on these, got these from the Prime Masters toys that show that same symbol matching with each of the primes. So yeah, going off of those symbols and sticking with them, looking at the prime cores, each of the prime cores has a corresponding symbol to the prime. When you look at the core itself, along with a color that is unique to that prime. So when we were making these cores, we wanted them to look really special and different from our existing power cores because they are so unique and special, right? And that's really worth pointing out here is that each of these prime cores, you'll only ever get one. You can never get more than one copy of each of those. And there are no multiple rarities. There's only one rarity of a prime core, prime, right? There's just the one. So it's a really unique item. You can't get rid of it. You can't fuse it away. It's there with you
Once
forever.
you have it, you have it forever.
Exactly. And we've also taken the step of showing you all of the prime cores that you can get. Some of them are hidden and mysterious. Like Vector Prime here, we don't know what it's going to do yet. Mystery. But you do see
They
in the
haven't even
collection.
figured it. I'm kidding.
You do see in the collection that it's there. And as you can see, also worth pointing out, there are 12 total prime cores in this collection. We talk a lot about the 13 primes, but the 13th prime has always been a bit of a mystery, and thus there's not a prime core corresponding with that. So let's look at a little bit at Liege Maximo here. Well, actually, why don't we get that 3rd prime core unlocked? We'll do that first. All right.
Get it unlocked. And whilst you're getting it unlocked, I have another question from Joshua Hugart, who says, "I'd really like a career writing for comics, animations, and Netflix original series. How can I get started?"
Just keep writing, let your imagination run free, write, learn, the tricks of the trade, learn how to put it into a script, learn to use Final Draft if you want to screenwrite or other screenwriting programs, but make it look the way the industry will want to see it. Comics, just try and look at people's original scripts and look at how they do it. A lot of comic writing is shorthanding. You can't show everything, so you just have to learn what is necessary and things like that. So just read other stuff and let your imagination run free.
Did you ever have a time when you were just starting out where you just sort of like pitched to everybody and just blanketed places where you really wanted to work? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you can do that now. I mean, I didn't at the time because I was working for Marvel UK and IPC, who became Fleetway, and so I had access to a lot of other people's scripts that I could read, and I looked at a lot of John Wagner, Judge Dredd scripts, and that was very educational because he writes in a very spare, sort of matter-of-fact way, and it leaves a lot of room for the artist to express themselves. So, I just learnt by looking at other writers, really.
Yeah, it makes sense. And there's one more before we look at the unlocking from Clayton Willis, and he says, Simon, you are a writing genius and one of the most influential people in the Transformers franchise. Can you write the next live-action movie, please?
I would love to. Come on, Hollywood. I'm waiting. Come on.
Sorry, all right, go ahead, Josh.
Something we all hope would happen.
Yeah.
Back to Prime. We were talking about Prime Cores. Okay.
Yes.
Prime Cores.
Yes. All right, so Prime Cores, you can get what you wish for with Prime Cores, because I've got enough Prime Core chips now to get a new Prime Core chip. So you'll notice there's 5,000 of those little chip fragments, chip shards that you need to get the Prime Core chip. Good news is once you accumulate them all and get that chip, yay! And use it. Yay! Use it in the space bridge to get you a Prime Core. You're guaranteed to get a Prime Core, number one, and number two, you're not going to get a duplicate. So when you get it, I know right now I've got 2 of the 3 Prime Cores. The third one I'm missing is Megatronus, and we're gonna summon. And what do we get? Megatronus right there. Yeah.
Very pretty animations and stuff.
Yeah. So, all right, we have the somewhat sinister Megatronus core.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what does that one do?
So the Megatronus core, let's equip it, actually.
Equip them.
Yeah.
I enjoy the equipping.
I do too. When we brought out the feature and we tested it ourselves, we were playing around with it, and we were equipping the cores, and it just wasn't enough. It just had like the standard equip visual effects on it.
Yeah.
Why don't we equip it on Rodimus? And it just really wasn't enough. So instead, I added in a few other things. So, ooh, he catches on fire.
Yeah. That's the coolest one, isn't it?
So the Megatronus core is going to be elemental flame surrounds you, dealing 26% of your damage every second to targets next to you. And of course, you can level that up. Prime cores have 20 maximum levels, so 5 more than the existing gold cores. But yeah, there he is, on fire.
The pot is on fire, yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stories we're doing around these, we're very much, sort of seeding future stories with these powers, and as I say, it's pretty much a year-long saga, this, in little mini sagas. So, this is going to be the biggest continuing story I think we've done, and kind of the most impactful. Some big things coming up, aren't there, later this year?
Definitely. We actually have a story arc we're doing.
Yeah. Believe it or not. We're that organised. We have a story arc.
Well, maybe, somewhat. Yeah.
So some people are asking how they get these shards.
Oh, well, that's a good lead up into the event.
Hey.
Yay. So, let's see.
Also, hi, After Robot.
After Robot?
They said say it, please. That's their name.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Sometimes it's that easy just to make someone happy.
That's it.
So this weekend will be the Prime Core event. It'll be an Alliance Totalizer with 60 maximum prestiges. So while you're going through that Alliance Totalizer, you'll be getting shards for those Prime Core chips. So yeah, work for it this weekend and you can get it. And if you try to get it and you can get them early, there will be additional Prime Core events in the future, I will say. Yes.
Okay,
If you hadn't guessed that by now, there will be additional Prime Core events in the future. But yeah, if you want to start using these things because they're awesome, then work for it, and you can have a chance to get something pretty cool this weekend. We have I think we had an atom waving in the background. Cameo.
It's also 200% bonus XP, yes?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, shall we do dialogue and then do the challenge battle?
Sure.
Because then you'll get to see the abilities in action.
Because we have a couple of new characters, don't we? For
We
this
do
event?
have a couple of new characters as well.
We do.
Oh,
Don't want to forget about them.
Do we want to mention them yet?
I
We
think
mentioned
know.
them.
Oh, we have already.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they showed up at the first.
Of
hour.
course, yes,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have Warpath and Skull Smasher,
Mm-hmm.
who are very much involved in this storyline.
Yes.
And do they show back up? They might. Yeah, they do show
Yeah.
back up today.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There
We'll
it
get to
is.
see them again. Plus, we can take a look at them again in the showroom too. We did that last time. So.
So do you want to do I
Yeah,
I
sure.
have the script.
Oh,
if
we
you,
have
if
the
you want
script.
one.
So so see, Josh likes to print out the dialogue.
Oh.
I just read it from
Okay.
the phone. But you do whatever you like.
Yeah, I kind of.
I'm gonna say it's easier to, but you know.
Do we want
Okay,
to?
I won't influence.
Do we want to split up parts? We've got Rodimus Prime. We've got Melody.
Shotgun Melody.
Do you want to take Rodimus Prime?
Sure, yeah.
All right, awesome. Then I will take everyone who's not.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we can go.
Okay.
Cool. And we're off.
Melody, we need your help like never before. We have to locate the Prime Cores before the Decepticons.
I tracked their planetfall, Prime, but at some point they vanished, like they didn't want to be tracked anymore. I only have their last long-range sensor blip and vector of descent to go on.
Best guess then. In my experience, your instincts have proven better than any instrumentation.
Ah, blush. Such a flirt. Actually, wait, that's a tisk, isn't it? Like, tisk, such a flirt. Right then, based on admittedly unsubstantiated internet chatter, I've got 3 potentials so far. I gotta do the hair thing. One in Siberia, one in the Florida Everglades, and one on the island of Sumatra.
Okay.
Oh, I hope we're going there.
Okay then. 3 teams. Jetfire, Siberia. Springer, Florida. I'll take Sumatra.
And I'll come with you.
Roger that. Nope, what he said. Where do you want me, Rodimus Prime? Bam! There's no bad.
There's some pretty dense forestation where you're going, Prime. Warpath will be able to clear you a path to the core faster.
Right then. Let's roll out. No slip-ups. The stakes have never been higher. And remember...
The cons are all over this too. We know. Wreck and rule!
Hey.
Yeah!
Yes.
You guys, yeah.
You're
Give yourself a
much
pat on the
better.
back.
You are. I mean,
That's true.
yeah. People are much better at this.
Well done, everybody.
Good job.
Cool. Shall we take a look at the challenge battle?
Sure. While I'm doing the challenge battle, if there are questions that come up, hang on to them, because I want to answer
Yes.
anything and everything around Prime Cores. I'm so happy that I can finally talk about them. You know, you work on something for a long time and you can't say anything about it.
Exactly.
And then at last you can discuss it. So I'm going to jump into the challenge battle that we made to show off the Prime Cores. We've got 3 Prime Cores that have equipped to 3 of our characters. I also did something on this challenge battle that was a little different. Where's the challenge? There it is. I set the ability points to 0. So you're going to start this battle with 0 ability points. So you're going to have to see how these Prime Cores work in battle. So the first one here is Liege Maximo. Nearby outpost bots are hacked for 15 seconds. You cannot be hacked. It's worth saying too that these Prime Cores in this challenge battle are at max level, so you get to see them at their full power. So 15 seconds is a long time to hack a bot, and that's what it does. The next Windblade has the Megatronus core with the flame surrounding, as we were talking about before, and you can see right there it's 45% of her damage. that's going to be dealt to nearby targets, up from, that's the max level there from what we were talking about previously. So yeah, big jump in the damage that it does. Really important to say that is only next to her, right? So only melee range. So you're really only going to get the best out of this core if you put it on a melee bot, someone who stands next to their target while attacking. And the last one is on Springer, and that's the Micronus core. It's going to restore 3.3% of health to all nearby teammates every 15 seconds. That doesn't sound like a lot when I just say 3%, but it's a wide area of healing. So if you've got a bot in amongst a lot of other bots, this is a lot of healing for your team, spread out amongst all of them. So let's start off with Cup. He's going to come out, and you'll see the outpost bots. They have a chance to use their abilities, but as soon as they're done using their abilities, they're hacked. They're on my side, and they're taking out those autocannons for me. Going to bring out Windblade now. As you can see, she's on fire. That girl...
She is on fire.
She's hot. Sorry.
Yeah, she is burning everything down around her. You see things nearby catching on fire. They're taking damage even when she's not attacking them. And that's the way that core is working. And Springer, we've got out. You see that pulse that comes out from him? That's the healing from the Micronus core. So every 15 seconds he's doing that healing and giving his teammates, if they stay close to it, some great heals. Springer's a good core, a good bot to put this on because he can always move up a little bit closer to his teammates. Oh, and I should have probably moved him to Cup since Cup's taking a lot of damage. But you can always move him closer to his teammates through his abilities. So now I'll just let them run. I'll let them burn things down. And they are doing it. And I think they're going to come into the base now. Oh, going to do a quick strike with Windblade. You'll notice when she flies over the targets, it sets them on fire as well. So you can use that on your aerial bots to fly over targets and set them on fire, which is pretty awesome. And we've got more outpost bots coming out that will be hacked by Liege Maximo. I didn't actually do it because I've been distracted talking. It's a little bit of a challenge. I think you'll have fun with it. Give it a shot. See if you can do better than I did while I was telling you about it. So
Good
there's
challenge.
a challenge battle.
Yeah.
And Allspark Animations wants to know, Simon, what is your favorite Maximo?
Wow, Maximo. I don't know. I always, of course, like Rat Trap, but Silverbolt I thought was very cool. You know, I love Beast Wars, and I love all the Maximals. I thought they were such great characters.
And Kenny Lindenberg wants to know, what is your favorite Transformer of all time?
Oh, it's always Grimlock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I knew the
I'm
answer to that,
sad.
but...
Yeah. It's just Grimlock.
It's always going to be Grimlock. Always going to be Grimlock.
What do you love about Grimlock so much?
Just stubborn and unruly and doesn't follow orders and isn't necessarily one of the good guys, isn't necessarily one of the bad guys. He's just so fun. He's such fun to ride. Yeah.
Green Fiend 67 wants to know, if I put the Micronus core on first aid, would it work on his medbots?
No, it only works on the bot that you have it equipped to, not on their minions that they spawn.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, good question.
Mm.
Tis a good question. Let's see. Green Fiend says, I love this game and everything you guys are doing. That's awesome.
Oh, Dirty Spy has a question for you, Simon.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back in time and add any Transformer to the Beast Wars show, who would you add?
Ooh.
Oh, well, I mean, there was a Beast Wars Grimlock. I hate to be a one-track, one-horse pony here, but it's just, that's, it was always a shame that we never had, I suppose because we had Dinobot, but there was a Grimlock who was sort of the G1 Grimlock, and I put him into the IDW comic version we did, so it would probably be that, but I really liked, there was a little character I used called Razor Beast. I just found out these sort of toys afterwards that they never made it into the show, and he was great. Magmatron was great, who was the sort of bad guy we used in the comic, So there were a whole host of great characters. Polar Claw, because I love polar bears. You know, just one of those weird things, but I do. So
Who doesn't?
yeah, so Polar Claw would have been in there, I guess.
Nice.
Cool.
And Helios says, Deb, please say Helios. Josh didn't say it right.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't know what you said. I don't know if I said it right either, to be honest.
What was it?
100 Helios?
I don't remember saying it.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Just trolling.
Helios. Did I say heels? Okay. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
BNE5 is asking, will we be able to switch the cores between different bots?
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand. I said 100 hellos earlier in this. Instead of 100 Helios. You're right. You have an I in your name, not 2 L's. Sorry about that. Now I understand.
I liked 100
It's cool because 100 hellos
Yeah,
is
no,
good.
that was good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was so busy helloing. I thought.
Consider changing your name.
So the question was, can you put them on any bot? Yes.
On different bots.
Yes, you can. So the prime cores can be equipped onto anybody. They can be removed. I will say that the removal cost is pretty high. It's even higher than gold cores. So think carefully before you equip it onto a bot, since it will be expensive to remove. But they can be equipped onto anybody. So yeah, you can get some interesting combinations. You can have Optimus Prime with the Megatronus core, which seems a little diabolical. Yeah, but yes, that power is there to wield by anyone.
And Strugats is asking, if you have Liege Maximo core equipped, when the enemy is under your control, will they follow the inspiring charge?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I don't know if that works on hack bots or not. Yeah, I'll have to research that one.
Good questions. It's like bright neon green, and like, what does it say? Flora G. Steve says, any possibility of Leo Convoy and Magmatron appearing in the game?
Ooh, who knows? I mean, you know, there's some interesting bots coming up. You never know.
Remind me who Magmatron was.
Magmatron was one of the Beast Wars characters who never made it into the show.
Oh,
he was
okay,
a sort
that's
of
what you're talking
he was a weird sort of multi-creature one. You know, he was a big robot, but he was about 3 different dinosaurs or something in beast form. And yeah, he was our sort of main villain in the comic book series of Beast Wars.
I can promise that we will be having more Beast Wars bots. That we're not done making Beast Wars bots, that there will be more on the way. Yeah.
Yes. Joe Hudson is asking, where did the name Primus come from?
It was just, it was something I came up with, but it just seemed very much, you know, the logical, mythological beginning of the Primes, really. You know, it had that feel of, you know, sort of something godlike as well.
Cool. Did you do Prima as well?
No, we never did Prima. We just had one because it was Primus and Unicron. So I don't know who came up with the Primer thing, but no, we just did Primus.
I think maybe we do a round of trivia. We've got a couple of questions coming in for trivia from Nathan. Nathan says hi, by the way.
Oh, hi Nathan.
So yeah, let's get to a question.
Oh,
Luckily,
I saw those trivia questions. Those are really hard. Yeah, if you know these trivia questions,
Yeah.
Yes.
Nathan now just sends me them every week, and then it's great that I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Good luck.
You guys do, yeah.
You
good,
can do it.
Good luck with these. And also, actually, Nathan also made us this artwork of Skull Smasher versus Warpath, who of course are coming to the game soon, and you've already seen. And if you want to see more of his art, you can go to We66 Illustration on Facebook. Shall we do a question? Do you want to read it out, Simon?
Sure. Okay. In 19...
Oh, sorry. Before you start, remember with your answer to include your in-game name, your alliance, and your HQ level. Otherwise, we can't consider your entry. So yeah, in-game name aligns HQ level with your answer. Okay, good.
Okay, I'll try not to read the answer out as well. In 1987, Corgi Books released a choose-your-own adventure story with Skull Cruncher, aka Skull Smasher, on the cover. But what was the name of the book? So 1987, Corgi Books, Skull Cruncher on the cover. What was the name of the book?
Good luck!
Good
Yeah.
luck.
I didn't know that.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no, Nathan's outdone himself this time.
Yeah.
We'll see if anybody.
Get to searching.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a question for you, Simon, that you might enjoy answering. What is your favorite beer?
Favourite beer? Well, at the moment, I don't know. Where I live in Kent, there's a very nice local beer called Whitstable Pale Ale, which is kind of my favourite at the moment. But
Is it a cask ale or
it's bottled, but it's an ale rather than a lager,
Mhm.
and that's good. And I like an American ale called Shipyard,
Mhm.
which is also very nice. You can get over here. Yeah, I suppose that's top of my list at the moment. But what a good question.
Yeah.
Beer. And we need more questions about
More
beer.
questions
Yeah.
about beer.
Yeah, we do.
When's the
we
last
do.
time you had a beer, Sam?
Ooh, I don't know, but I'm going to have one after this.
Yeah,
That's a good plan. I like that plan.
I probably will too. Oh, we've already got answers.
Oh.
People know their stuff, man.
Oh, wow.
Honestly. Let's check over here. No, not yet. Facebook is sometimes a bit slower than the others. But Ari Bernstein says he's a beer aficionado. Love it. All right. Oh, we're starting to get answers everywhere. Hello, Stephen Dewa. Nice to see you as well. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do our stabbies, which means you just point to the screen without looking at it to
Okay.
pick a winner.
Right.
So somewhere over here. Cool. Got one. Let me send that to myself. And can you also do a hi lol die pie? Nice to see you. Can you also stabby over here? Okay. Oh, nice. And can I get you to do a stabby over here? Okay. Let's see. Whoops. All right, we have our 3 winners for question the first. And the answer was, Simon?
Oh, what was it? Oh, Swamp of the Scorpion.
Swamp of the Scorpion.
I only read that
That's
5
right.
sentences.
You're like, what was it? I don't know. Good question, Nathan. And congrats to all you guys who got the right answer. Our winners are Azriel86. Congratulations to you. Congrats also to Allspark Animations and to Boris Christian.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congrats to all you guys.
Tough question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone know that? Like, know it? Do you think anyone out there?
Oh, for sure.
Without looking at it,
Yeah,
probably.
sure.
Somebody did.
All right.
Probably the same person who put that thing about comic book number 25 in the Twitter. Probably
Very
makes
likely.
sense.
Yeah. Well, respect. A lot of respect. for that.
Most people probably
Yeah.
just rotated their chairs to their bookshelf and kind of went, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Is
That
it
is
this one?
awesome.
Like,
Yeah, that's right,
yeah.
Yeah. Hats off to you if you were someone who did that.
Yeah, amazing. Love it. No, they all Googled. I don't think so. Cool. If you are just tuning in, by the way, we're leaving soon. But
Yeah, where were you?
yeah, exactly. Where have you been? But we have our special guest today with us, Simon Furman, who of course is the prolific writer of Transformers, and he also writes for our game. And we've been doing some Q&A with him. He's also been doing some trivia with you, just Q. You've been doing the A. And we also took a look at prime cores. If you want to know more about prime cores, which I know that you do, Josh and I did a video about the prime cores that are coming out, the three first ones that are coming out, which is Megatronus, Liege Maximo, and Micronus.
Yeah, and I saw a good question on here I should answer about the Liege Maximo core. Does it do
Yes.
anything on defense? No, it does not. Moving
on.
No, as it says, it only affects outpost bots, so not bots that are attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can imagine what it would be like if it affected bots that were attacking. Why would we play the game anymore? It would just be about the Liege Maximo core,
Exactly.
yeah, turning everyone into lawnmowers. So, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also took a look at the challenge battle of the prime cores. And yeah, check out our YouTube channel. I think the video's already up if you want a bit more in depth on prime cores. The video should be up there. You guys can check it out. Shall we do trivia question round 2 and then take a look at Skull Smasher and Warpath again in the what's it called? I don't know my words today.
Yes, let's do that. Yes, in the showroom, one could say. But yes.
One could say that. And then we'll do another trivia question. Yeah, I'm just ing a lot today. It's weird. I don't know where it's coming from. Thanks for bearing with me. Cool.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you want to
What are we doing?
show
Show
us?
and Skull.
Yay,
I
it's
thought-
not just me!
I thought that was after the trivia question. Okay.
Alright, we'll do this, then we'll do a trivia question.
Okay.
And by the
So-
way, of course, if you have more questions for Simon, throw them in.
Here's Warpath. If you didn't see him last week, he has a gun and another gun embedded in his chest. He likes guns. He's a big fan of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually in game he will be using both guns. He'll be when he's in combat, he'll be shooting his rocket launcher there, and he'll also be using the turret in his chest and using the turret as a turret when he transforms, as he's doing now, into his tank mode. Yes. So he loves guns. He particularly loves his own turret.
He does. He's very, very touchy about any damage to his turret. But aren't we all?
So yeah,
True
there's
story. Real talk.
And we'll look at Skull
Yes.
Smasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, formerly known as Skull Cruncher.
Mm-hmm.
Changed at some point.
Yeah, he just got a little more, reckless.
Yeah.
Before it was very measured, crunching. And now it's just like,
Let's just
smash, yeah.
So Skull Smasher, and his alternate form of we determined last week that it is
An
Alligator.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, wait, did we say not a crocodile?
Not a crocodile, it's an alligator.
Said an alligator,
Okay,
I
an
think,
alligator.
yeah.
Okay. And there he is.
And there he is.
Yeah,
That was a
you heard it from
Yay.
Simon himself. If there's no other authority that you can go to,
It's
that's
true.
an alligator.
From the highest authority, it's an
I'm
alligator.
probably wrong.
Otaku Man says, Simon, if you could, a lot of Beast Wars stuff. If you could, ow, I just cracked my wrist. If you could bring a Beast Wars character to another Transformers series, who would it be, and which series would it be in?
Wow. I mean, I'd love to bring, as we're doing, funny enough, in Earth Wars, but I think the Beast Wars characters work really well in G1. And, sort of, at first you think, well, are they going to work? But I think they work brilliantly. They're great characters. And some of them have already crossed over. We've had in the IDW, you've got Rat Trap and others appearing. So, I'd bring them all over if I could. Into G1.
Cool.
We will talk about their abilities next week, so make sure you guys tune in for that. We'll bring them into the battlefield and see what they can do, so that'll be exciting. And Allspark says, Team Alligator or Team Crocodile, Simon? Well, I guess we know it's Team
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, are we ready for trivia question number 2?
Yeah.
Cool. Da-da-da. Question the second, again, comes from Nathan. Simon, do you want to read it out?
Okay. In the Marvel comics, Warpath had his head removed and mounted on a wall. But what was the name of the organisation that captured him? And we want the full name, not the acronym, not just the letters.
Ooh, yeah, good one. Oh my gosh.
Okay, do you want me to read that? Warpath had his head removed and mounted on a wall in the Marvel comics. But what was the name of the organisation that captured him?
Brutal.
Full name.
Yeah, full name, no acronyms. Alright, and go. Make sure to include your in-game name, your HQ level, and your alliance with your answer, please.
I knew this one.
Did you?
It's a comic question.
Oh, fair enough.
I did. Yes.
Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, we will see. I'm sure it'll happen soon. Oh, William Newron says, any word on if the name changes are coming for Dinobot, Sludge, and Swoop now that Hasbro has the names on the new POP figures?
No word yet. No word yet. But stay tuned.
Cool. Oh, and the answers are coming in. Well done, guys. We've got them on Twitch. We've got them on... They're coming. Simon, what else are you working on now?
I'm still working on the definitive G1 collection, which is the 80-volume comic series, which takes you from Marvel all the way through to IDW.
Wow.
Everything collected in one nice hardback series.
Wow.
That's coming out fortnightly, either direct from Hachette or on your newsagents or comic shop.
Amazing.
I'm working on Robotech, which is a new comic book series based on the animated show from the 80s. And I am working on Earth Wars, of course, and a new cartoon show that I can't talk about yet, and a new comic I can't talk about yet.
Wow, okay, you're a busy man.
So lots going on at the moment.
Thank you for taking the time to see us today.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, definitely.
And our answers are in. Simon, are you ready for a stabbies? And, okay. Bam. That is one. And stabbies again. Whoa. Okay.
No, that's not.
This
no.
one?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. That's the one. And last but not least. No.
No.
Close. We'll take the closest one to it.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. All right. So, what was the question again? What was the answer?
Rapid Anti-Robot Assault Team.
That's
RAT.
Congratulations to Zentor, and also congratulations to Stephen Coleman, and to Matt Cup. Congrats!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Matt, by the way. Matt's been in our studio before.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well,
He does really cool, stop motion animation.
oh, neat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Enjoy those fabulous prizes.
Enjoy those fabulous prizes. Congrats to all of you guys. Yes. If you have any last minute questions for Simon or for Josh, now is the time, because we've got a couple minutes before we say goodbye.
Greenfiend67 says, "Can I work for you, Simon?"
Yeah, the pay's really bad. But absolutely.
Need an intern?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tell me your details.
There you go. You got him on Twitter now. So. Omegaton6178 says, "Will we see any Fall of Cybertron characters in the game?"
Will we see
I
Fall
don't
of
know. Actually.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
I'd have to have a list of Fall of Cybertron characters.
yeah. The Fall of Cybertron. It's not really like new characters. They'd have to be variants of existing characters.
Yeah.
Right. So sort of the same way that we did Armaga and Megatron. And I really love the Fall of Cybertron and Megatron. If you've seen him, he's awesome.
We've only got 3 Megatrons. We need another one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
need
Never
more
enough.
Megatrons in the game.
Never
Yeah. Yeah.
Royce.
We got 3 Megatrons and Galvatron, right? Who's
Yeah.
kind of an extra Megatron too.
Exactly, yeah.
Never enough Megatrons.
No.
So many permutations of him. That's why it's like it never
And
gets old.
I love in the current saga how the Megatrons are talking, like in this
Yeah.
conniving together. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Royce Phelps says, anybody you want to join the game?
You want to join the game?
Oh, like any character that you're wanting to join the game.
Yeah.
Well,
There's loads of great releases coming up this year. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, ongoing.
ongoing, indeed.
Stephen Coleman says, I want to work there when I leave Academy. Can I join Space Ape? I guess we'll see when you leave the Academy.
The pay's really bad. Oh no, that's me. Sorry.
Deb, a question for you.
Yes.
According to is there something for hosting this stream?
Oh, on Twitch today? Not today, but if you guys have hosted, hold on. Where is it? If you guys are hosting today or have hosted today, I'll see if we can gift you guys anyway. But no, not officially. But let me see. By the way, some of you guys who are potentially in school or just want to know more about the gaming industry, we're launching something called Space Ape Varsity with master classes, which is basically where people from our studio are going to go talk at partner universities and we're going to live stream it. So if you guys are living in London, you can actually attend the classes. And if you are not in London, then you can watch them on Twitch. So yeah, if you guys are keen on finding out either more about game design, game development, etc., or if you're looking for career advice on how to maybe get your foot in the door in gaming, then definitely check those out. I'll put some I'll put the link to some deets in chat, and then yeah, would love for you guys to sign up.
Cool.
Definitely.
Alright.
And what did I say about hosting? Here we go. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I am noticing some questions about a bot, a mysterious bot appearing in the bot's team screen. I'll look at that and see what's going on there. I'm not entirely sure what's up with it. I'll see. It could be something that wasn't supposed to be there that's just appearing. But yeah, it was not intended, so I don't know what'll happen with it. So it's kind of a mystery to me too. I'll check it out. All right.
Cool. Yeah, if you are hosting, I've got your
She knows
Twitch
where
names.
you are.
Yes, exactly. And I'll see, but it might take some time because Chris is away as well, and I'm off tomorrow, so it might be that you get something next week. But yeah, and keep a lookout on your Twitch because we'll whisper to you to get your details. So keep a lookout over there. But yeah, I've got your usernames, so can hit you up for hosting. And thank you also.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, I said I was going to post the details for. What did I say? For varsity. Yeah. So feel free to, share it around and stuff as well. We'd love for you guys to attend. I'll put it in all the chats. There you go. You can check it out over there. And over here. And, and over here. Cool.
All right.
You're like just waiting for me to make it. Like, great, Deb. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for any questions, and I'm not seeing any new ones. So I guess we're there.
That's cool, because my brother's here and I want to go check him. So, yeah.
Oh, that was the person I saw you earlier.
Yeah, he's here to visit from Germany.
I thought to myself, that looks like Deb's brother. I wonder.
Yeah. And it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Big bro stuff in the house, which is why I'm off tomorrow, so I'm excited. Yay.
Yay.
We're going to go do a bunch of escape rooms. He actually runs escape rooms in Germany, so he was going to check out what the scene is like over here.
Yeah. Get
exciting
to tag
times.
along. Sounds
Huh?
sounds awesome. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well,
Probably
congratulations.
also excited, like, what, where, what?
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes, and thank you so much to Simon for joining.
Thanks, guys. Been great to be here and lovely to see you all, or talk to you all
I guess.
virtually.
See you, talk to you, all that jazz.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.